and the ultimate goal of self-realization. The five elements and their cause and effect relation with Brahman and Atma was discussed. We see how a sincere seeker of Vedantic theory achieves and practices the oneness with Brahman. The 103rd shloka is from the Bhagavad Gita. The understanding and experience of Brahman makes the seeker one with Brahman. During Antakala, the last moment of his life, he gets liberated. Shloka 104 says that Antakala means at the last moment when all ignorance is removed. The illusory duality and the ultimate reality are differentiated from each other. The concept of Antakala and its relationship to self realization is discussed. Your original and real life is when there is no body. When you bond with this body with conditions, you play the drama called lifestyle. The vital force inside, the soul, the emotions, was not your part of the play and you have nothing to do with that. The death of your conditioned play is when the breathing stops. Antakala means that at the last moment you disconnected this. You have identified yourself with this life, and this is the wrong understanding. You understand that it is the death of ignorance, the removal of superimposition, the death of misidentification, which is the actual Antakala. It is the actual death. Shloka 105 points out that in daily usage, the literal meaning of Antakala as the last moment of life, Acharya gives us two meanings. The first one was Antakala, the real one, which is separating the misidentification and knowing the self. The second one is what normally is said by people. In both cases, once you know who you are, then there is no confusion in that. Shloka 106 emphasizes that a realized person is not deluded or confused at the time of death, regardless of his physical condition. Death has meaning in the objective world, but not to the knower who is identified with the ultimate existence. However way in which he leaves the body, in health or in sickness, the ignorance will not come back. So do whatever sadhana you can, contemplate on this, and try to disconnect, disidentify yourself from the body. This is the best way to overcome the fear of death. Shloka 107 states that the knowledge of Vedanta got during the waking state is forgotten every time during dream and sleep states, deep sleep states. But it returns the next morning when one wakes up. In the same way, the knowledge of Brahman is never lost. Knowledge remains and can assert itself even when the knower is dying in an unconscious state. It is the beauty of Jivan Mukti, which is the highest experience that we can achieve in this world. The clause here is that the practice should be continuous and one has to experience that directly. Shloka 108 highlights the importance and states that the most authoritative pramana is the Vedas. The authority of Vedas is the same as the experience of getting self realization. It says how a certain knowledge can go away and gets replaced by another knowledge which is more powerful and more authoritative than the previous knowledge. That is how the knowledge changes. This is the point that Acharya makes here. This happens with our body identification. The whole life we identified ourselves with this body and mind. Now we get a thorough and authoritative understanding that this body is an elemental product, and then our previous knowledge changes. So, this Vedantic knowledge is authoritative and is valid proof. This sort of understanding, contemplation, will bring the right knowledge and establish it in your mind. Shloka 109 concludes the second chapter saying that the non dual reality that is established by Vedanta holds good even at the last moment. It cannot be denied or removed. Realization of Brahman is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of liberation is self realization. For this, inquiry and discrimination are essential. Once you know that I am not this elemental manifestation of body and mind, and you are convinced with this, you are beyond this elemental manifestation. Acharya emphasizes that and ensures that you will have the state of liberation, the state of consciousness, even in that. This cannot happen suddenly at the moment of death. It has to start here, today, and the practice must be continuous because the future state of death is decided before the departure and not at the time of departure. Swamiji concluded this chapter and today's session here. Hari Om.
नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुगं गौढपदं महान्तम् गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ददमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ नमः श्रीशङ्करानन्द गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Om Namo Narayana to all. We are continuing with the Pancadashi, entering to the third chapter of Pancadashi. As you all know, that Pancadashi is a very famous work on Vedanta. So we call it this textbook as a Prakaranagrantha, the system establisher. So this Pancadashi is famous for that. Therefore, here you find the methodology of Vedanta, the theories as well as the practical. So everything is established by thorough logic, which can be applied. So when we call Vedanta as a philosophical theory or philosophical darshanam, people think all these are it's not practical. It's like you are you are taught something which cannot be practiced, only can be just listen to that and know what is there. Actually, this is not true. So every step of Vedanta is based on practice or our practical life. Actually, no, some of the Vedantic theories, now what we learn, unknowingly we were practicing. In the sense, as you know yourself, you know your mind, you know your body, you know your sense organs, how they work, how they react, and all those. But we are unaware about that. The reason is we have no idea how to manage this system of this physiology and psychology. So in that case, we are very confused with that. So we try to adopt the system already practiced everywhere. The family, what we practice in our family, we adopt that. And what is practiced in society, we adopt that. This is how we make our lifetime. So Vedanta is talking about that only. What you already have, or some part of that you already have achieved. So therefore, everywhere you can see the word discrimination, differentiation, distinction, all these words. What does it mean? It means we have already confused with that. We are unable to distinguish, differentiate certain aspects of our life, certain aspect of our experiences. So Vedanta help you to distinguish those, to separate those, so that you can manage yourself well, you can go beyond this practical realm and understand your true nature. That's all Vedanta is doing here. I think what I mentioned here, you have already experienced it. So this is what we are talking about, all about. So the second chapter, mainly in this regard, we were talking about objective analysis in relation with consciousness. We took one statement from Chandogya Upanishad, the famous Chandogya Upanishad, which is a part of Samaveda, the third Veda. So there, very important statement is there regarding the nature of Atma, nature of consciousness. That was Sadeva Soumya. Sadeva Soumya idamagra asit. This was the statement. In last chapter, we discussed elaborately with all its different aspects and different practices. So we thoroughly understood that. So if you understood this Sadeva Soumya idamagra asit, the statement, so only existence was there. Existence alone was there. This was the statement. This is a very simple statement. If you understood this, then you have understood the whole Chandogya Upanishad, the essence of Chandogya Upanishad. Not only that, you have understood the foundation of the fundamentals of Vedanta. So this is from where we are going to step up and go more deeper. So therefore, that was connected with 5 elements, and for our sake of discussion, understanding, Pujya Vidyaranya Mahaswamiji took the 5 elements as an object, because the 5 elements are the object in many forms for us. There is no other object other than these 5 elements. That's for sure. So therefore, we can call it as the second chapter was objective analysis. But here we go a little more deeper, or we can say it is uh, the inner path. We are entering into inner path. So here we are conducting subjective study. It means now we have object and subject. This you already know. I don't have to talk on that, explain on that. So there are 2 parts, subject and object. When we go after objects, we need our sense organs, mind, body, and everything. If we don't use that, we cannot go after objects and enjoy it, right? So you need all these elements, well managed, healthy elements. You need healthy body, healthy sense organs, healthy mind, healthy intellect. Then you are able to enjoy something from outside. Very little, that's also very little, for a little time. Then that's enough. If anything goes wrong, something is imbalanced, then you can't do that. You cannot enjoy. Then you are worried. You go and search for a doctor. So I have this problem, I have this problem. No. Sometimes when we see people, even in their old age, they go and say, our Guruji used to say, they go and say, no, to change their glasses, lenses. When they go to the optical, shop, what they say, you see, my glasses are not good. They have become old. Now I want to change this glass. So that is what we say. Actually, what happened? The glasses are fine, because glasses were with the same lens, the same power, the negative, positive, whatever point power. That's the same. But the eyesight declined. So now you see how fool we are. And when we go to doctor, we will say this, and the doctor also accept that. Okay, oh, we will change your glass. That's what they say. So it means they never say, no, your eyes got declined now. Now you have to change the glasses. So this is how we are confused with this. So when we are not enjoying, when we have some problem, we always put that problem on the object, on the opposite side. You never take it upon you. You put upon the object. So then you try to change that object, try to manage that object accordingly, for your convenience. So that's what we do. Therefore, that was completely objective. So 5 elements, how we can find, we can see the Atma there, the Sadatma there in those objects, even in those objects. So this was the subject. Therefore, it was little difficult because this confusion, no, when we talk about the elemental functions and all those, we are unable to separate those. So what we are talking about? So what are those elements? Why? Because we are so much identified with these elements, we think that they are not separate from us. We are one with that. So this is a misidentification. So in the last chapter, we tried our best to understand Acharya's words and ideas he conveyed in very deep sense. So we understood that. Now we will take that knowledge, take our experience through subjective contemplation. So now we are entering into our inside the body, the inner part of the body, inner part of the prana, inner part of the mind, the intellect and ego. So we want to go inside. Now what he is trying to say here? Now here we take the pramana vakyam. The Veda is Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad, one of the famous Upanishad. It's from Krishna Yajurveda, the black Yajurveda. There is a part called Taittiriya Shakha. There, this famous Taittiriya Upanishad comes. In that Taittiriya Upanishad, what we study now, that is on the second chapter of Taittiriya Upanishad, which is called Brahmavalli or Brahmanandavalli. In that, the first mantra comes, first stanza, first mantra of Taittiriya Upanishad, second chapter, Brahmanandavalli. So this subject is taken from there. There it says, Brahmavid Apnoti Param. The first statement is, just I am introducing the chapter with Taittiriya Upanishad, connecting with the Taittiriya Upanishad, as we did in Chandogya. So the first statement of the second chapter, it is invocation is Brahmavid Apnoti Param. So the Upanishad invocate that one who knows Brahma will reach the highest. The Brahmavid, the knower of Brahman, with Apnoti Param, will reach the highest. No, he will get the maximum enjoyment. He will get the maximum bliss what he can get in his birth. So he is going to get the maximum, the highest level of bliss. So that is the statement. Now you see, if you hear this statement, what would come to your mind? Oh, this is something wonderful. If I know Brahman, if I can get the highest, so then that is wonderful. Of course, I want to get. But then the word says, who gets that? Brahmavid, one who knows Brahma. So now you see, then immediately you ask, oh, that's okay. But what is this Brahma? What is this Brahman? See, if I can know it, I am eager to know. I am seeking that. If I am able to get it, so that this idea will come to you. Now you see, the person who is seeking for the highest bliss, highest freedom, fearlessness, the highest fearlessness, abhayam, he is eligible for this study. That is what the Upanishad says. Now, if he is seeking that, then of course he will inquire how I can get into that, how I can get that highest bliss, the param. So then the Upanishad itself says Brahmavid. You know Brahman. That's all. Very simple. You know Brahman, then that's you are going to get it. So this is a statement. So the next part of Upanishad says Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma. So the next sentence is that Brahman is Sat, Chit, Satya, Jnana, and Ananta. This already you know. Satya means existing forever, unperishable, unchangeable. Jnana means pure consciousness. Pure consciousness, all-pervading consciousness is jnana. And that is ananda. So Satyam is eternal and endless. And consciousness also is like that. This is the definition, the Swarupa Lakshana of Brahman. That's okay. That also we know. We know from Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, and all these studies. Okay. Then after that it says, Yo Veda Nihidam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. So this is important. Now you will ask where I can find this Brahma, Satchidananda Brahma, where it stays, where it is it located? So this question comes naturally. So then immediately it says, Yo Veda Nihidam Guhayam. You see the sequence. First the statement was like an advertisement emphasizing on the subject, the Brahman, and then gave the definition of Brahman. Then it says where you can find it, where you can locate it. Yo Veda Nihidam Guhaya. Then it says you can locate that Brahman in your own hearts. Yo Veda Nihidam Guhayam. So that Brahman is hidden in your cave of heart. Cave of heart. This is the praise there. Nihidam Guhaya. Guha means cave. We know the caves, we call it Gufa in Sanskrit. And this is located, this Brahma can be experienced in your heart, inside the heart. It means the Brahman is your nature. It stays in the cave of your heart. So this is the location. So now, if you can Google search and find, if somebody is staying somewhere, you immediately people Google search. No, similarly you can Google search and find the Brahman in your heart. So the cave of your heart. So this is very important. Now you will say, no, if it is staying in my own body, my own heart, okay, no, heart has some holes, some holes. So therefore it is said cave. because some dwaram is there, some holes are there. So, okay, so it is there in your body, it is placed in you, and the Brahman, the ultimate reality, is staying with you. So then there is no doubt that you can definitely experience it in this very birth. The reason is you don't have to go leaving this body and go to the seventh heaven and heaven above and all those. There is no need, because it says that Brahman, the highest reality, is staying with you. It is there in your hearts. Yo veda nihidam guhayam parame vyoman. And you say, no, I know this my heart is so small. How can this Brahman stay there? Oh, there is not enough space for Brahman. If you give a room for Brahman there in your heart, definitely you will see that, oh, then there is a problem there. You need an heart operation, because somebody else is also staying there. So the whole heart has very little space, and then Brahman is also wants to stay there. Then there is a danger. You see how beautifully, how lightly Upanishad is putting this point, because everybody like their heart. The love means their heart only, because we use the symbol as heart for love. Now everywhere in mobile, everywhere you can see the red love, red heart sign. So it means it is so connected to love. So you love yourself very much. You love your heart very much. So whenever you love somebody or something, you give your heart. So that is what you say. I love so much. So my heart is with you, your heart is with me, and all those you say. So this means, so there is something very important, very, very important is there in your heart. According to medical science, anatomically, you see, you will find some walls there, holes there, some air passing, some blood passing or something, I don't know. All those are there. It's made of that. It's a part of body, that's all. But emotionally, when you see, now you see the difference. When we talk about love, when we connect our love, our very, very important love, important emotion with heart, are we connecting the physical heart there? Of course, no. Physical heart is a sign only. So when we connect our emotion with heart, definitely there is something else in heart, connected to heart, which is very much connected with the emotion. Now you see the emotion is connected to mind and intellect and ego. It's a inner feeling, which actually that emotional feeling is your emotional life, right? If there is no emotional life, can you just live with a heart just pumping blood, no, every day, and digesting your food and no giving energy? Can you live with only with that? You just completely mentally remove the emotional part from you. Can you live with that? No. So then, if you only take the physical part of that, anatomical level, then that is not you. That is a mission. That's the mission. Biological mission is made by some materials. It's a mission working for you. Like in your home, you have so many different missions. you use all those machines. Similarly, a mission this. If you separate the emotion from the heart, from the body, it means there is something else connected to heart, connected to the emotion, through emotion, which you are feeling there. So that is your emotional life, emotional existence. So emotional existence is somehow connected to this heart, because when we feel emotions, there is some changes in heart. The palpitation and the pumping of the heart changes. The regulation changes. It becomes irregular. So that irregularity makes some point that you have connection with that, because you can see some change in that. When you go to somebody whom or the person or something you love, you have so much emotional connection, then your heart and heartbeats become very normal, and then you feel happy with that person, with that situation. You are so much enjoying that you spend hours there, because your all elements are working normal. It should be like that. So therefore we are attracted to that, because when we get in connection with a person whom you do not love, you do not accept, so you can see the difference. So it means there is something which is connected to heart, connected. Actually, the all function is related to brain only. That's a different science. Now we are discussing about heart here in the Upanishad. So I am concentrating on that. So we are taking that point. Although the brain and other elements are also there, other parts of the body is also connected. So this is the difference. Now, when we go to the emotional life, we accept that, and we enjoy it, that emotional feelings. So what we are enjoying? So we are enjoying something more connected to ourselves. You see the gradual changes of connection, the upgradation of the connection. So the physical body was the base, the objects, of course, outside. The physical body was the base. From there, when you go to inner part of your feelings and other parts of your body, you can see the gradual growth, increase of connection with your Atma. So this is a point of meditation here. Today, the first point, we can see that whenever you have some feeling, whenever you have some emotion, try to see that emotion from where it rises, where it connects. Make the emotion as an object, so you can see the difference. So the most connected emotions, connected in the sense connected with Atma, the most connected emotion will lead you the more connection with the Atma. So this is the gradual change that takes place when we practice spirituality, when we practice meditation and all those. If we know this, so therefore, here you can see the love and that connection. So therefore, when we feel something, so we are so connected to ourselves. So this is the point there. Therefore, Upanishads wants to take this idea, take this our experience, our this practical experience, and using it as the sadhana or the meditation or contemplation process for realizing the Atma. So now you see how it takes. So the last chapter we discussed about all other element and elemental modifications. There was not much connection with the emotions. Now we are connecting with the emotions. So the out of 5 koshas, the first kosha is Annamaya, the second kosha is Pranamaya, and third, fourth, fifth kosha. The 3 koshas completely in a different realm. The Pranamaya kosha is connecting Annamaya kosha and the other koshas. So the Annamaya kosha is physical body, and the Pranamaya kosha is we can say pranic body, the vital energy, and this vital energy is connecting Annamaya and Manomaya and all other. So therefore this prana is very important for managing physical body as well as mental, because prana is a connector. It is giving energy to both. It can activate physical body as well as mental activities. It can activate all other mental and intellectual activities, because it's a source of energy. So therefore the pranamaya kosha is second. Then it goes beyond, because now you got the energy towards the emotional feelings. So when you can see, whenever you have some emotional disorders and emotional problems, when your mind is irritated, the prana rise up. Prana become irregular. The breathing changes. It's a very natural process, because by it changes, because the heart need more oxygen, more it should pump more blood to brain, so it needs to get more oxygen or more pranic energy in that way. So everything goes like this. So if that emotion is connected with other elements, other hormones or glands or things like that, then even more it needs, because again it should activate the glands and other things in the body. So you need more energy, and when you are breathing irregularly, long breaths and short breaths and like that, and after some time when you cool down, because the emotion is over, you are angry, anger, and whatever emotion is over, so now you feel just down, everything down, because then prana changes. Then prana, the pranic energy, goes back to its normal level with the physical body, and it goes to rejuvenate a physical body, give more energy, because it's tired now. So that only happens when your emotions are down. No, you understand my point, no? So if it is the emotions are high, it's your anger is not stopped, you are still quarreling, so then it don't happen. So when it stops, the prana goes back, so it separates the mind and give more energy to the physical body, because in that angry stage, everything was irregular. The system got confused, and the hormones are released, and now it has to balance all those. So actually, if you want to salute somebody every day, you salute prana. Prana is doing a tremendous job for you. It has so much pressure, so much work, that it has to manage body, it has to manage emotions, it has to manage everything. You say, no, 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 I have so much work, I have to manage my family, I have to manage my office, I have to manage this, I have to manage that. You are not managing it. When you are managing, it means your prana is managing. So therefore, every day give a salute, big salute to prana, because prana is the only cause through which you can balance the physiology and the psychology. Okay, this is the part of prana. Everything I am connecting with the third chapter only. You don't think that I am not taking sloka, because I am giving a complete introduction and connection to that. So then I can go just run like one after another. No? Okay. So now after this, you see, now when you go to mind, so mind, of course, mind has so many different ideas, different emotions, and previous knowledges, vasanas, everything is there in the mind. So therefore, mind is an active, so much active internally. It creates all nuisance and many good things also. So chanchalam hi mana Krishna. So it is always fluctuating. Now you see, this fluctuating character of mind is a positive quality of mind. People say this chanchalatvam, the fluctuation of mind, unsteadiness of mind is very bad. No. The unsteadiness of mind is a character of mind. You don't understand mind. If mind is completely steady, completely still, nothing would happen. You cannot lead your life. So mind should be chanchala. It should manage the things around, like a manager in a big office or big institution. He has to see each and every moment, each and every work, what is happening there. Accordingly, he has to manage the system, right? So this is how mind is. And why you are worried about that? Because you are not understanding mind, you are not understanding your emotions, you are not understanding your physiology, you are not understanding the the tendencies you have, objective tendencies. You are not understanding, and your partners or your partner is also not understanding. So then all problem happens. This is not because of mind everything happens. Mind is a good friend of you. Mind is managing you. Mind is trying to manage you well. Mind never think something against you or something bad about you. Because if something goes wrong, the after effect is, after all, the after effect goes to the mind only, Therefore, mind doesn't want to take that. Mind is always taking the right step according to it, safe step. It wants to protect itself and you also, the person, the personality. So this is the role of mind. It's a big role. And if you are working in a some office or somewhere, how difficult to manage different things, different minds, different activities simultaneously. You all know that. So this is the role his mind is doing. Now, mind is getting energy, the vital energy from prana, and the food, the no, biological energy from body, physical body, through food and water, and then it goes to, then it works like that. When it gets its energy, complete energy for the work, it continues. So this is the manomaya kosha. So now this energy and this mental action and reactions of mind should be understood as an organ, no, as an instrument. So mind is a good instrument for you. So manage mind, then you manage yourself, and when you manage your mind, everything is managed. Then there is no problem outside, because that problem become the part of your management. No, people think if they have managed problems for years and years, no, they were working in home, working home and outside and everything, whatever. After some time, no, if they don't get problems to manage, you can see they can't sit. They say, no, I am bored. No, I have no work. I have to find some work. So they will go and find some work. They engage their self. Now you see what is the problem there? Who is wrong there? His mind is wrong? Who is wrong there? So because this management is the part of mind, when mind is active, it has to get something for management. It has to manage something. So the all management of your life is run by mind. Therefore, when you stop giving chance to manage things, it's get worried. It thinks, oh, I have no work now. What should I do? Then you will go, no, after retirement also you will go outside and find something, no, some engage something, and then people say, no, I am doing this service, I am doing that service, and all those. So that is good thing. That's not a bad thing. But who is taking you there is your mind, because it says mind says, you see, I have trained myself for a long time. I have so many knowledges, and now you say you sit one place and meditate and do japa and puja. It's not possible for me because I have learned so much. I have to manage. I want to manage things. So mind, the mind will take you outside and find things. And the same thing after retirement also, you will not see people are sitting in one place and doing the sadhana and quietly studying or meditating. No, you will not find. You will see there is no difference. Sometimes when we go to the families, we have to ask persons, people, you are retired or not? We have to ask, because we can't see any difference. They are still working, still doing everything, because you have settled the mind like that. So the mind is working like that. It has to get work, because the chanchalatvam is a character of mind. So it has to get that. Now you see what Vedanta does here. Now Vedanta says, you take that mind, okay, let the mind be chanchala. We have no problem with that. If you want to concentrate, if you want to get into that cave of your heart, go there. Then Upanishad says, oh, in that case, if you want to go inside the cave of your heart to experience that Brahman, see that Brahman, then you must concentrate the mind. Then you must get control of your mind, because mind is mind is taking you there. It is a vehicle. But through that only you can go. Pashyade agrahya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi manaseva aptavyam neha nanasti kinchana. So here also in Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad also is the same thing. So therefore, yo veda nihidam guhayam parame vyoman. And there, the space inside the cave of your heart is not small space. Don't think like that. So therefore, I separated this. The physical heart is different from the emotional heart. Physical heart has some reaction of emotional feelings, but emotional heart is different from the physical heart. So the physical heart has something more. And of course, we bring there the spiritual heart. Now we have three: physical heart, and the emotional heart, and ultimately Hridayam Brahma. Hridi ayam iti Hridayam. So Chandogya Upanishad says, Daharo andarakasha tasminnadantastadupasitavyam. So in Upanishads also and Brahma Sutra, everywhere it is discussed. So we have a spiritual heart. Madhye vamanamasedam vishve deva upasate. Kathopanishad says. So the spiritual heart is located on your middle, the middle of your chest. It is not left side or right side. So madhye vamana masinam vishvedeva upasana. So okay, now in this discussion we bring that spiritual heart now. So through emotional heart, so annamaya, pranamaya, then manomaya, manomaya and vijnanamaya. You need this mind. So mind is chanchala. You know that. Now you have to cleverly manage the mind. Cleverly, why I say, you cannot just control mind by orders. If you say, from today I am going to do this, you follow me. No, it's not possible. You cannot sit. Today I am going to sit for 3 hours. Mind says, no, it's not possible. I am not ready. So you have to manage the mind. You have to teach mind again. So when you say that, when you took the decision, that decision should be obeyed by mind. Mind will obey that, but it should be prepared for that. There is some pre-preparation. So that way we say Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, Vairagyam, and all those what we talk about. It's a pre-preparation of mind to take that mind with the qualities. We want to take the qualities of mind, then only we can go with this. So then we enter to the spiritual heart. The spiritual heart is nothing but Brahman. Spiritual heart is Atma. So that, what is that spiritual heart? Where you can feel it? In your cave of heart. So the cave, what we call it, guha. So when you experience there, you will not experience a small place of limited knowledge there. The knowledge and existence bliss is unlimited. So it says parame vyomanna. It's like all pervading akasha. It's parame vyoman, the limitless akasha. This is, so that much space is there. So that is spiritual heart. So this is a meditation process. You see, a meditation process is connected to this Pancakosha. And now, based on this, Yoveda Nihidam Guhayam, we will discuss the whole chapter. And of course, from this Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, all this you know what it means. So it is easy. The first part is very easy. Only the certain points there we will concentrate on those points. And then the second part, actually this chapter is like 3 or 4 parts in 3 or 4 levels. So the first part is just introducing the 5 koshas with its character and the form and everything, functions and like that. Then the second part goes to discuss on that how we can get away from that or go beyond from that. So that is interesting. That is a special meditation there. So we will discuss all those. So our chapter's name is Pancakoshaviveka. So the differentiation of 5 koshas, 5 sheets. So we will go with we will take this word kosha, because kosha is translated as sheets. But here there is no need to say sheets, because sheets, when we say there, we will see a cover there. Now it's something like a cover, like there's a cloth or something. So it's like a level of understanding. It's all connected to the meditation there. Therefore, we will take the word kosha itself. Now you can understand the kosha. This is the kosha, 5 kosha. These 5 koshas are there. So one by one, we will take up in next class. So this is, I have given a introduction and the process what we are going to discuss on this chapter. So we conclude with this today here. And if you want to ask any question related to this, what I have just talked here, so if you can ask, if you want to ask anything. Otherwise, we will conclude the section here. Hari Om.
You can raise your hand and then unmute.
Hari Om,
Hema.
Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Swamiji, may I ask you something?
Yeah.
Swamiji, Swamiji, you were telling the meaning of the word Hrudayam. Swamiji, what is it? That Niruktam you said? Hrudayam? What, letter by letter you were
No,
explaining?
Hridayam, no. One niduktam, one definition is given in Chandogya Upanishad. Hriti ayam. Hriti means in the heart. This Atma, ayam means this Atma. This Atma is in the heart. Therefore, it is called Hridayam. And in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also is there. It's same thing is there. So Hriti ayam iti Hridayam. It has given like that, just for meditation. Yeah.
Swamiji, one more thing. Swamiji, you were mentioning that whichever emotion is, be it happiness, be it sorrow, whichever emotion is in a higher level, that will lower your energy. Is it so? If one is happy,
Yeah, that's
that
what
also
we experience.
diminishes.
No? Yeah.
That also diminishes energy.
Yes.
Swamiji, another
Because
thing is.
it takes you to abnormal levels, normal levels.
And Swamiji, the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, that order, is it in the, goes from, is Annamaya is the Sthula, that is subtler,
Yeah,
more
yes,
subtler?
that, of course, that is
subtlest.
there. From gross level to subtle level.
Annamaya is greater
gross
than
level.
gross
Gross
level. Pranamaya?
It is a subtle form, and then Manomaya is subtler, like that. So there is a gross subtle comparison.
And Swamiji, one more thing. You were telling about about managing the mind. Is the mind itself is managing mind? Mind is
that we will discuss, because mind itself is doing all this. The order is also from mind, one part of mind, and the other part is obeyed. So the obeying part is called practical mind, and the order is called from where you get that's also there. That's the first mind and second mind, we can say, the conscious mind and subconscious mind, or something like that. So this is just to understand the mind. The whole mind is in many forms. So mind is controlled by mind, and mind is managed by mind. It's like that. Yeah. We will see that later. We will discuss about this.
Anyone else? Dr. Hema.
Hari Om Swamiji. I think that's a beautiful thing what you said. Is Krishna says Chanchalasya hi manasa. So he says, so we take it for granted. Oh, manasa is Chanchala. So, Krishna has himself told, so what is so great, like that we feel. But as we pointed out, that it has to be, mind has to be prepared to control it. Otherwise, Shama Dama. So the first step is to practice all that Shama Dama, everything, and bring a little bit slowly mind to, like a small child. You just have to bring it back and then try to, take him into that channel.
Right.
That was a nice thing. So first we have to work out on ourselves in the form of Shama Dama, Pramati.
Yes.
Sadhana.
You need a pre-preparation.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct. Thank you. Okay. Can we conclude?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Narayana.